everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Weasley book tag. This tag was created by Alex from Alex's Fiction Addiction. I will link her channel down below in the comments if you want to go check it out. But I decided to do this because I love Harry Potter and I think the Weasleys are one of the coolest families that I've ever got to see. Let's get into the first question. The first one is based on Arthur or Mr. Weasley, and this question is on his interest in Muggles and his passion for learning everything about Muggles. So, what book character do you know that has something that they're really passionate about? And I'm going to go with this book, Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. Now, I'm only like halfway through this book, but I am really enjoying it, and the main character, Henrietta Spencer, or Etta, as is her nickname, she is extremely passionate about playing the violin. She is a violin prodigy, and she absolutely loves it and holds it above everything else. I'm only halfway through this, so I'm not going to say too much more because I don't really know what else is going to happen. But I'm enjoying this, and I'm going to see how I feel about the book after I finish it, and then hopefully go and read the second book. The next question is based off of Molly. This question is a book or a book character that you loved and that everyone else loved. And for this one, I'm going to say Percy Jackson, because who doesn't love Percy Jackson? I have here Sea of Monsters and Titan's Curse, and I have so many Percy Jackson books or Rick Riordan books, and I haven't quite caught up on all the newer books. The next question is based off Bill, who you don't get to see of too much in the Harry Potter books, but what you do get to see of, he is an awesome and super cool. So this question is a book or series that you think that is a hidden gem. For this question, I'm going to say, ta-da! The Ranger's Apprentice. Now, I have the first book, The Ruins of Gorlone, and the second book, The Burning Bridge, and I have a bunch of other books I'm not going to show you because you don't need to see them all, even though they're beautiful. But this is a middle grade novel that is a medieval world where there are rangers who are pretty much their equivalents of really well-trained spies. And there are a whole host of interesting characters. I love these books. Even though I'm an adult, I can still read middle grade novels and love them. Don't judge me. The next question is based off of Charlie, who works with dragons, and this question is, what is your favorite Daredevil character? And for this one, I think I'm gonna have to go with, ta-da! Selena Sardathian from the Throne of Glass series, and she is such a badass and so amazing. I think she's pretty kick-ass, so she's one really cool character, and I definitely enjoy her. Didn't enjoy her in the last book, in Empire of Storms as much though, so that was kind of a disappointment. Sorry if you did. Right, for the next question, based off Percy, and how at the beginning you kind of are okay with Percy's character, but then as the series progresses, Percy becomes a jerk. Percy, why? Why? This one is pretty much a book character that you changed your opinion of, whether you start to like him more or start to hate him more. And for this one, I think I'm going to go with Gale from the Hunger Games. If you haven't read the series, that's okay. But when Gale does something that I didn't like, and I'm sure lots of you out there will agree with me, I just became less fond of his character and wasn't that interested in him anymore, and he just started to annoy me. Kind of started to annoy me a bit beforehand, too, but that was that moment for me. The next question is based off of Fred, and that is, who is your favorite Joker? Because you know Fred loves to pull off jokes with George, and Leah Jordan occasionally too. But they are just such a fun-loving group. I love them so much. So for this one, I'm going to say the character Puck from the Iron Face series. This is the first book, Iron King. But he is just such a fun trickster. And if you don't know who Puck is, he's a character from, well, Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. But in this book, he just is great and he's hilarious and I love him. And I just listen to his sarcasm and his jokes. He is such a fun prankster. The next question is based off of George, and this question is, what's your favorite book series that is incomplete right now? And for this question, I don't really I don't really have a favorite book series that is incomplete. I do have this one that I'm reading, The Falconer by Elizabeth May. I really enjoyed it and I really, really want to finish the next 2 books. They're out, but not out of my library, and I'm too broke to go out and buy so many books because I've already bought 3 books this month, and guys, I broke. I have no money. This book is about Elena, and she is a fairy hunter, pretty much. I love my fairies. I like reading books to do with fairies. I find them interesting. Really enjoy this one, and I really, really want the second book right now. And I want the second book, but they only have one of them in my library, so that's kind of that question for me, even though it's not technically incomplete because they're out. The next question is based off of Ron, who is a lovable, adorable guy. I think he's really great. For this question, it is based off of a side character that you like more than the main character. And for this one, I think I'm going to go with, ta-da, The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. And Frodo is kind of the main character in a sense. But for this one of my favorite side characters is Samwise Gamgee. He is such a brave and loyal friend, and he really is the one who gets them to Mordor to destroy the ring, and he's the one who manages to actually save their world, and he is just one of my favorite characters. The next question is based off of Ginny, who is a badass female character that I love, and for this one I'm going to go with Alana by Tamora Pierce, and she's about 12 years old, and she has a twin brother, and she and her twin switch places so he can go and learn magic, and she can learn how to be a warrior because he's not really interested in learning and becoming a knight, and she wants to, but she is a female warrior, and she's kick-ass and freaking amazing, and I love her so much, and I love Tamora Pierce's writing style. So that was my Weasley book tag. I am not going to tag anybody in specific for this video. I'm just going to tell you, if you haven't done this tag, if you haven't heard of it and you want to do it, go ahead and do it because it was a fun tag. Give this a video a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel if you want more bookish content from me. Thank you so much for watching. Hi, puppy. Okay, say hi. Come here. Come here. Fine.